Alright, so by the end of this video, you will become a profitable social media manager, whether you're in Nigeria or you're anywhere around the world with just your phone. So I'm going to teach you the tips, the tricks, the tools, how to sign your first clients, the invoice, your contract, everything you need from 0 to 100 to make you profitable just using your phone. I'm going to show you where to find your clients, how to reach out to your clients, how to deliver jobs to your clients, everything you really need to know. This is literally the blueprint I did not have when I started my journey towards becoming a social media manager. So if you're new to this channel, my name is Gift Matthias. I run my own social media marketing agency where we help businesses and brands gain visibility online and increase sales. I'm on a mission to help you at least sign your first client as a social media manager. So let's get started. To make this easy, I'm going to put down in the description link to the PDF and the workbook, and also an additional link to my private community for you to see how other social media managers are signing their first clients and help you even get motivated, inspired, and get you going. So you don't need to write anything, you just need to pay attention, close details to how I'm going to teach you and how I'm going to show you step-by-step guide to make you sign your first client. So let's get to the computer. So the first model we're going to be talking about is going to be mindset and how we can make money online. Basically, the difference between social media managers who struggle and those that strive, that's the first thing you need to know. What's the difference between people that are making money as social media managers and people that are not? The first difference is just in your mind, because there are people making money from the social media game and there are people that are not. There are people that are struggling. That's because they just are not seeing themselves as the top 1%. And I know a lot of people are not, because probably you've not worked for other clients, you don't know how the game is. But the truth is, the first thing you need to work on, it's your mind. Am I the top 1%? If you believe you are, it's going to reflect in your sales pitch. It's going to reflect in how you deliver to your clients. You just need to understand that you are the 1%. I'm not trying to say you should fake it till you make it, but believe you can actually deliver quality products. Believe you are the top 1%, and that will reflect in everything you do. So the first thing you need to do is to have the mindset of the 1%. The 1% social media managers, who are they going after? The top 1% individuals, CEO, business owners. What kind of jobs do they do for them? How do they deliver for them? What kind of package, what kind of interaction, what kind of words do they use? All these things are the beginner steps you need to take as a newbie and someone that wants to merge up with the top 1%. So that's the major difference. You need to think like a high-level social media consultant, not just a low-paid influencer. Low-paid influencers are just hit and run, but the top 1%, these guys are the top. There's a particular mindset we have. We have a mindset of achieving. We have a mindset of delivering the best quality and speed. These are the things you need to understand. Overcoming imposter syndrome. Oh, I've not done this before. This is my first time of doing this. This is my first client. All those things, you need to come over them. Everyone started with their first client. In fact, me personally, I started, my first client was a gym instructor, a coach, and he was able to trust me and we had our ball going. So just always going to be that first that you need. Now you have to develop discipline, confidence, and the CEO mindset. Now, it is very, very important that you develop discipline. For you to sign your first client, you must be disciplined, because whatever mode of outreach you're going to be doing, which we're going to talk about later, either cold DM or cold email, these things take time and these things are discipline based. You have to keep going. So even if you're not seeing the result at the initial point, you just need to keep going, because you just need one person to tell you yes and you are good to go. You need confidence. Hopping on sales calls are very interesting because you get to talk to the people you are working for or you're going to be working with over time. If it's a done for you service or a done with you service. So you need to be confident. You need to be able to articulate your thoughts clearly. Oh, this is the number of visibility we'll be given. This is the time frame we're working with, this and this. You need to put your mind together, and at least and at most you need the CEO mindset. You need the mindset of someone that is running an empire, not just anybody that is a social media manager. So that's the first module, which is just the business mindset. So let's get started with the most serious thing. So don't forget, I said I'm going to link down in the description this PDF so you can gain access to it and download it for free. Alright, so getting started, to the main meat. The first thing we're going to talk about in module 2 is how can we position ourselves for high paying clients, right? We want to get started. We want to run the race of becoming professional social media managers. The first thing, the number one thing I would always tell my students is you have to do one thing. You have to change your profile picture. You need to look professional. You need to look like you know what you're doing. You need to sell the idea of excellence, right? So the first thing you have to do is to take away those pictures of you and your baby cat and yourself playing football or you drinking. Those things don't make you sell the idea of becoming a professional. So remove those things and take a professional headshot and upload it. So you could use background changer or whatever. You could do that free on Canva. Wear something clean, decent, and then upload it on your DP, your profile picture. Very, very important. That's the first thing you need to do. So the second step in module 2 is your name and your tag. As a professional social media manager, your name should be, let me use myself as an example, Gift Matthias / right? You see your name, then you give a / and then you put social media manager, social media marketer, Facebook ads analyst, whatever you're doing. It is very important because that is what people resonate you with, right? Seeing you, they should know you do this. When you hear of Elon Musk, the first name that comes to you is Tesla. When you hear of people like Iman Gaji, the things that comes to your mind is agency. When you hear of people like Ali Abdal, productivity tech, so on and so forth. So when they hear your name, they should also attach you to social media management. That is why that phrase is very important. So your name and the tag, it is important. Don't trivialize it. Now, after doing that, you need to also create a niche, right? We know you have a tag, but what niche are you working for? As a social media manager, you can't be a social media manager for everybody, right? You must be a social media manager for a particular set of people. So when I got started, my niche was just fitness coaches. So I was managing the account of fitness coaches alone. But over time, I started managing med spa and so on and so forth. So pick a niche and attach your niche to your bio. We're going to talk about that now. Now, when you're addressing your bio, because we have your profile picture, we have your name and your tag, the next thing is your bio. Your bio should be clear. Your bio should indicate your clear offer. For me personally, as a social media manager, I help businesses and brands in the fitness niche gain visibility online and make sales through whatever, content marketing, so on and so forth, right? So you should have your own clear bio, who you work for and how you do it. It is very, very important. So your bio is very, very important because this is the secret towards you attracting the best set of individuals. They see you from mere glance. You should be able to understand what you do. Like just seeing your profile picture, seeing your name and your tag, your bio, I should know clearly what this social media manager does. Now, you need case studies, and that is where your highlight is involved. So your highlight should be, first of all, about you. Second should be testimonials. If you don't have testimonials, that's also fine. Third should be probably frequently asked questions. How can I book a call with you? What's your rate, so on and so forth. That's the kind of things you should put on your highlights. Now your highlight should also contain before and after. So for businesses and brands you've worked with in the past, you could put picture of how their page looked like before and after you worked for them, their engagements before and after, so on and so forth. So that's exactly how you position yourself. And then lastly, you begin to create content around your niche. So for instance, if you want to start working with fitness coaches, one of the things you need to know is those people don't have time to create content calendar. So you can start talking about content calendar tips and then break them down into 3 different groups. So your content has to be entertaining, your content has to be educative, and your content has to be hybrid, the combination of both. So figure out a way, a pattern which is going to be easy. You could literally tell ChatGPT to give you content ideas for fitness coaches for you to start creating content with, and you will literally blow the market. So that's where AI comes in to make the job easy. Even DeepSeek has made it possible for you to do so. That is how you can basically attract the right set of people. Now we're basically positioning ourselves. Now we've positioned ourselves in a point where when people see us, they see our social proof because we are already creating content they like, right? We're really creating content that is solving a problem in their niche, which is very, very important. Now we've been able to put our profile picture. We have a clear profile picture, we have a clear bio, we have a clear tag, we have clear highlights, which we have positioned ourselves for the right set of people. So let us move on to model 3. Now model 3 is about client acquisition mastery. How can I attract clients? I've been creating content for 4 years, for 3 years, for 1 year, for 6 months. For gifts, I've been unable to sign my first client. How can I sign my first client? So this is basically going to be it. So the first tip you need to know is, it is psychology. Signing your first client, your first high ticket client, is all in your mind, right? So you have to first of all conquer your mind before you can conquer the client. Because if you don't believe you can, your client will be able to, whether you're booking a call, you're sending a message, you're reaching out to somebody, oh, I like your profile picture, or I like your page as a business owner, but there's so many things we can do for you, or I can do for you to help you upgrade and become better. Now if you don't believe you can psychologically, there is no way you can actually commit or transmit that to the other person, because sales is actually energy. It's a frequency. Someone will perceive it from you when you are not what's the right word to use at this point, when you don't know what you're doing, when you're not competent, right? So the person on the other end of the call will perceive. So the first thing you have to do is psychology. Now the next thing I'm going to show you is my own personal step-by-step guide that's helped me sign my first client. It's called Cold DM on Instagram. So I've been able to use Instagram to sign clients for hundreds of thousands and even millions of naira. So Cold DM is the best that has worked for me. Now I'm going to give you a lot of reasons why Cold DM is the best. I'm going to give you the con why it's also not good. Now the first reason why Cold DM is the best is because Cold DM is free. Instagram DM is completely free. You don't have to pay any money to run ads. You don't have to do anything. You just have to reach out to these people. That's one of the reasons why it's free. Now one of the reasons why it's good. Now the second reason why it's good is because you have warm audience already. Most business owners on Instagram, they have an idea of what marketing is, what advertisement is, what aesthetics is, how they need to position their page, and most business owners of Instagram have an idea of what they should be doing, right? But most of them cannot do it. That is where you come in as a social media manager. So they're already warmed up. They are not just cold. They know they need to do this, but how can they find someone to do it? So that's the problem. Now the con is, you need to do a lot of numbers. That's one of the con. For you to sign clients, you need to reach out to a lot of Instagram vendors or business owners, because it's a number game. So that's the con. Now the second con is, Instagram DM has to do with tactics. You need to learn the craft. It's a skill which I'm going to be teaching you in subsequent models, or even in this model in a few minutes. You need little steps. There is a tactics, there's a skill that you need to learn, and if you learn the skill, you are completely good to go. So that is what you need to know. Now one of the things that I observed so far when I'm sending Instagram DMs to business owners that I would love to work with is the fact that your approach really matters, right? So I'm going to put on my screen my own personal blueprint, and I'm going to explain it to you. So the first thing I say to any client I'm reaching out to is hello, or hi, or you, right? So it depends on the client I'm reaching out to. So I just say yo. So let's use yo Tesla, or yo French fries. So yo Tesla, or yo the brand name, you have to choose the brand name or the brand owner. If the page is managed by the brand owner, so you just go ahead and say yo so, and in most cases they're going to reply, because yo with emojis just gives them the urge to be like, oh, they're inquisitive. What is this person saying? Can I reply? You want to get the first response. So that's why we don't go and give an epistle of so many things we can do. That's why the first thing we do is we just send a yo and the person's name. That is it, right? So after that, most times they're like, oh, Gift, hello, how are you doing? And I'm like, oh, I'm fine. My name is Gift. No need even of introducing myself. Now the next thing I'll say is, I just binged on your content and I see that you're really growing and you really want to scale your social media presence and build a brand. question mark. And most cases, they're going to be like, yes, I would love to do that. And I'll be like, okay, that's where I come in. I help businesses and brand gain visibility online and then increase sales with Teller system that would help you grow your page, make a lot of people see you, and you just begin to build your personal brand. Is that something you would love to do? And then most cases, they're like, yes. Some people will be like, no. And then they'll be like, how much does it cost? Now, this is where it gets interesting. Never give your price on the DM. It is not correct. It is completely wrong. Never. Don't do that. Always book a call. So the idea is we just want to get them ready, warmed up, so they can book a call and we can close them on the call. Right? This is me telling you the exact thing I do. So at the end of the day, I'm like, okay. They're like, how much does it cost? What does it cost? This and this. I'm like, okay, what time within the week or what time on Wednesday, what time on Wednesday will you be comfortable for us to hop on a call? And I'm going to give you a detailed explanation of what we can achieve and how we can make this possible. So they're not like, okay, 9 a.m. on Wednesday. And that's that about that. So I've been able to book a call. I've just literally explained how I booked a call. Now you need to reach out to so many people to book a lot of calls to close. So it's a number game. So the beautiful thing is you get to a point where there's a particular number you would have to hit to book a call and a particular number of calls you need to have to close a client. So for me, over time I've been able to refine from 74 to 45. So I started with like, I need to reach out to 75 new business owners for me to book one call, right? So from that one call, I need to book at least 4 calls or 3 calls to close one client. Do you understand? So it's a number game. So you have to reach out to a lot of business owners, and it's easy. An average individual today sends about 1,300 messages every single day. So if you can send 1,300 messages, you text a lot, reply to tags, you can just do that. Just go to your Instagram feed, type your niche, and then just begin to send hello, hi, hello, the brand name, and you are good to go. You get responses and you begin to follow up. So that is very, very important. Now, how can we handle objections, right? Objection handling is very important. Oh, Gift, I don't have enough money to make this happen. Now, as a newbie, I'm going to tell you one secret for you to make this happen. If you tell me, oh, Gift, I don't have enough money to make this happen, I don't trust you, this and this, this is what I say. All right, Mr. Tesla, I understand that this is very difficult for you to have at this point, but for me to make you understand how much trust you can have in me, I'm going to be working with you for free for 7 to 21 days, all expense paid by myself. I'm going to create content for you, create a content calendar, help you edit videos, post across all your social media platforms, do everything. And if at the end of the 7 days or the 21 days you're not comfortable with how much progress you've made, it's completely fine, you can go. But if you're comfortable with how much progress we have, then we can talk about price and see how much negotiations we can have moving on. That's all. Nobody, I'm telling you, this guy is for free. Nobody you'd offer to work with them for 21 days for free as a social media manager that they will tell you no. And when you tell them, once they see the progress you're making for them, it's all sold out. Like, you don't have to worry. You are completely good. You just have to sleep right after that. So that's one of the ways and the major objections to handle. Now, one of the tips I'm going to tell you that once you sign a client, guys, please and please do everything possible to ensure that you engage them in the first 1 to 2 weeks. Put in enough effort. Put your best to make it happen. Do your best at that particular time. It is very, very, very important. So also give case studies. So if you've signed one client before, give case studies. Oh, we helped Mr. X go from 100 followers to 500 followers in less than 21 days. And this is the system we used. We posted 3 times with retention editing. We had some competitive analysis that helped us understand the business strategy, the business platform that is best for him and what his competitors are doing. And that's how we're able to scale his social media presence. So that's how you can use case studies to make this happen. So let's move on to the 4th model. I'm trying to see how much progress I can make. Now, you can use LinkedIn and Twitter to get clients. I'm just using Instagram as a case study, but the pattern works across all social media platforms. So moving on to module 4, which is the ultimate toolkit for social media managers. So what are the must-have tools for content creation, scheduling of posts and analytics, AI-powered tools that save you time and improve results? How can I organize, automate tasks and scale without burnout? So the truth is, you need only your phone to everything I've explained, guys. If you can do this with just your phone, you will sign your first client in the next 21 days and you start making money online. I am guaranteeing you 100%. If you put in the work, you will sign your first client. I have students that have signed their first client in 7 days. I have some that have signed their client in 61 days, in 21 days, even in 50 days, depends on how much effort you put. So the only tool you need, first of all, is your phone. Now, as long as you can watch this video, you basically have a good phone, or a phone at least that can reach out to individuals. So your phone is the first thing you need, and that's why I love social media management, because the barrier for entering is completely low. Like, it's almost zero. It's zero. You don't need anything. You don't need to run ad. You don't need to pay for anything to get started. Now, one other content creation tool I really love is Canva. Canva is free. There's a paid version, but the free, you can do with the free, because using Canva you can create templates. You can see templates that you could use to create invoice, contract, so on and so forth. I'm also going to link that in the description accompanying this document, all my invoice and my contract, so you can be able to have them and just plug and play, zero stress. Now, aside Canva, you also need CapCut or VN to edit videos. These apps are very easy to use. You could go on YouTube and you could find courses that would help you make this possible. Now, on all social media platforms, there are analytics and metrics insights that you can go and see. So you don't need to even have an external tool to see this. You could go on Instagram Insights, you see everything you need to know and make that happen. Now, so there are other advanced tools that you can use. We are going to do that in a separate video entirely. So what are the AI tools you need? So for me personally, Canva has an AI picture generator, which is also good. You need ChatGPT to create content calendar. But the thing about AI models is the quality of your prompt is directly proportional to the quality of output you would get. So you need very good prompts so you can have very, very good output. So not just having an AI tool is good, having quality prompt is good. So ask it the right question, give it context. For me, let me give an example of me using a social media AI tool to help advance or help me effectively perform a duty. This is going to be my prompt. I'm going to ask the AI tool, act as a social media manager with 10 years of experience across the top 1% digital marketing agencies and industries in med spa niche. Create a content calendar for a newbie med spa that is wanting to scale their social media presence from 0 to 100 or from 0 to 1000 in 21 days. Give me step by step, break it down, and give me advanced model, pros and cons for everything you think that would make this happen. Voila, you go. So that's going to give you very good. So another AI tool that is very good is DeepSeek. DeepSeek is good because you get to input images, you get to input documents that would help you, and they're all free. That the AI tool will help analyze and give you the best insight. Gemini is also very, very good. I'll link down in the description other AI tools that would help you. Now, how do I automate tasks and scale without burnout? You could batch create. So if you're working with a business owner or a brand, tell them, sit down one day in a week or in a month, give them their content calendar, just sit down and probably change clothes and blast out 10 videos. So you can sit down, make 10 videos for that day, and then you begin to edit the videos gradually. That's how you can burn out. But if you're getting videos every day to edit, trust me, it's going to be way difficult for you creating the video and for them filming the video. So for you editing it. So, but if it's for your own brand as a social media manager, you can also apply this. You have to batch create. It is very important. Over the week, write down 10 to 20 topics, questions in your niche that you know for sure that people will love to get answers to, and then sit down one day for 1 hour, turn on your camera and film all those videos and you're good to go. You can actually upload them. Now, I don't really suggest individuals automating their posts, because these social media platforms really know when you are uploading. You could do that on YouTube, you could do that on most platforms. You could automate your post, reschedule your posts, or schedule your post for some time to upload. But most times these social media platforms really know, and what they want is for you to basically be online, right? They don't want you to just schedule your post and go offline and your post automatically appears on their platforms. They want you to be there so that you basically do it yourself. So I don't recommend that at the beginning. So these are the things you can do. Now, organizing and managing multiple client accounts effectively. One of the ways you can do that is by using Notion, Google Notes. These two are all you need. They are both free. You need it because you need a template on Excel sheet that will determine, oh, today or this month I'm working with 4 clients. These are the progress reports for these 4 separate clients, and this is what we're doing. So your name, the name of the client, the progress, where you met them before, the reviews, monthly reviews or weekly reviews. That is what you need to basically, that's all. So you see, guys, you don't need any other thing again. You can literally work with this and get started. All right, so let's move on to module 5, which is delivering results and retaining clients. Now, understanding key Instagram and other platform metrics that matter, how to craft results-driven social media strategy, the secret of competitive analysis and keeping clients ahead of their competition, avoiding common mistakes that can lead to client churn, and client reporting, how to present results in a way that keeps clients and makes them happy. Now, one of the things you need to understand, one of the key Instagram metrics that you need to understand is click-through rate and watch time. That's for videos, right? How many people are clicking this video and how long are they watching? That's the only metrics you need across most platforms. So we're just using Instagram as a case study. It happens on YouTube too, and TikTok and YouTube Shorts, right? How do I craft a results-driven social media strategy? However, for your click-through rate, there are factors that affect your click-through rate. The first thing is your thumbnail. That first picture they see before they click it, it is very important. That picture has to be catchy. Though it depends on your niche, but it's important you put the right picture that gives an idea of what the video is, right? So your watch time, one of the things that influences your watch time is the first 5 to 10 seconds of your videos. They have to be the best. You have to give free value first 5 to 10 videos so that people can stay in. And statistics have said that most times when people watch over 45 seconds, they could even watch more than 5 minutes. That is very important. So the key to competitive analysis and keeping clients ahead of their competition is just to observe trends, right? So there's always going to be a trend at every particular point, and you have to be very observant. Be quick to catch up with a trend. It could be sound, it could be a new format, it could be anything. So without even checking competitions, you have to be abreast with trends. It is very important. So client reporting, for me personally, I do my weekly or bi-weekly, depends. I do my either once in a week or once in 2 weeks, depends on the contract or how much intensity I have to deliver to that client. So that's what I do. Now let's go to module 6, which is called contract arbitrage, scaling without doing the work. Now this is the most interesting part. I found out about this part late last year and it changed the game for me completely. What contract arbitrage is and how it can make you money passively. Now, contract arbitrage is you contracting or you giving a job that you should do to someone else and paying them a fraction of what you should have been paid or what you earn. So for instance, you have media buyers. There are people that specialize in running ads. So if you get a client and the client say, okay, Gift, we want you to help us run Facebook ads and it's going to cost $500, right? Now you could go and find someone that knows how to do this Facebook ad and pay them $200 or $250. Now that gives you chill time. That gives you opportunity to also scout for more clients. Do you understand? So it's not a scheme of overworking or over laboring people or paying people minimum wage. It's just the skill of you understanding that this is what it is. Oh, I'm running an agency. I need you to help me do this. I want to be able to focus on acquisition of clients, gaining clients, how fast I can sign clients, so that you can be focused on yourself, which is you working on the arts of the business or content creation. So that's basically what contract arbitrage is. So where to find top tier media buyers and subcontractors. For me personally, Facebook groups has always been the thing. I just go on Facebook and search Facebook ads manager, social media content designer, script writer, thumbnail designer, anything at all, right? I just go on Facebook groups and ask. Now it's important to go to quality groups and ask the group mediator or the group administrator to post it. Increases the authenticity of the request that you are looking for. So if you as a social media manager, you're looking for a graphics designer, you could go online, you could go on Fiverr, so on and so forth. But Facebook is much more affordable. It gives you opportunity to keep something inside. You have a little bit of profit to work with. So that's what I do basically. Now, how to price arbitrage services for maximum profit. Now basically, there's a standard fee, right? So you know there's a standard fee. As a social media manager, right, probably you're earning about 150k per month in Naira. Now, if you're being paid 150k per month in Naira and you're looking for a graphic designer that would work with you personally, you can't pay that client 150k per month. Like, do you understand? So you should think about something that's convenient for you and something that's convenient for the graphic designer, so both parties can work something out together. That is very, very, very important. So managing client expectation and subcontractor relationship. Guys, this is going to be the craziest part, which is managing client expectation. Sorry to say this, but I'm going to say this. The cheaper the clients, the more difficult they are. True. Expensive clients, clients that pay you more, whale clients and premium clients, they really do not disturb you. They allow you actually work. They allow you test. They allow you grow. They allow you perform experiments, and they want to see results progressively. But see cheap clients, they are very difficult. They want to see instantaneous results, so on and so forth. It's just a hassle entirely. But at the beginning, you need to work with them to get the ball rolling and to understand what it means. But what I'm trying to say is always set high expectation, clear expectation. Tell your client in the contract, bro, sister, you can only talk to me on WhatsApp between the hours of 9 and 10 a.m. on Mondays. Clear definition of what is expected, and contract, it is very, very clear. There should be a clear boundary between the both of you. You can't get called randomly. It has to be email, Slack, so on and so forth. So always set client expectation. It's very, very important. At the beginning, it's going to be a prepaid or a postpaid service. So a prepaid service are services that you pay before we render. Postpaid is after we render, you then pay. So it has to be a clear expectation so that you don't have a lot of hiccups while you progress. So for subcontractor relationship, for me, what has worked is once in a while I reach out to them if I don't have a contract. So, oh, how are you doing today? Hope you're doing very well. Oh, because we don't have a contract for you doesn't mean we should not still talk or keep a very fair relationship. So the last model is follow up, referrals, and building long-term relationship. The right way to follow up without sounding desperate, how to turn one-time client into long-term contract, the referral system, getting clients to buy, to bring you more clients, free gift ideas to increase client loyalty, and the secret to scaling to 6-figure as a social media manager. So what's the right way to follow up without sounding desperate? For me, one of the best things I do is to send something for free. That's why free gift is important. So that's for clients that we're already working with. So for clients we're also not working with, I also send free gift. It could be a free content calendar. Here's a content calendar that would help your business and brand. Here are 5 tips. Give something for free. Guys, that's the best follow-up. You could text, oh, I noticed you've not responded to my message in a while. I used to opt for a change in your business. That's the way you can put it. Or sometimes I'll be like, guys, or hello, Mr. X or Mr. Y. Have you given up on scaling your social media presence or your brand visibility? Right? So most people don't want to lose, and people don't want to really fall out. So the fear of missing out will get people to return. So there are so many things I'm also going to include because of time. I won't be saying them. How to turn one-time client into long-term contract. One-time client should not be one-time. Your contract should state clearly that it's a minimum of 3 months. Why? Because you need at least, guys, I'm telling you this, you need at least 45 days to start seeing results on any social media platform, especially for conversion rates. Like, you want to actually make sales, you want to gain visibility, you need time. So if you are working with an individual and you tell that client it's just going to be 1 month, it's rare cases, there are cases that you can do 1 month thing, but we're talking about social media management over time. Now, when it's just going to be 1 month, what do you expect? Like, the client will be disappointed. And if the client is disappointed, word of mouth is going to say, oh, can you imagine what these guys are doing? And so on and so forth. So it must be stated that it's a minimum of 3 months. So after 3 months, they've worked with them, which will also be your benefit, because at that 3 months, you have clients that's going to pay for 3 months. You can now be looking for other clients while you progress, but you are not looking for those clients because you need money and you're not desperate. So stated clearly that it's going to be a minimum of 3 months. So after 3 months, they can renew monthly. Now, referral system. Referral system is very good. What we say to our clients is, one of the first clients I had, I said, okay, if you're able to bring in 1 new client for me, I'll give you 50% or 30% discount. And in less than 2 weeks, the guy referred me to someone that paid, and I gave him a discount. So that's very important. Like free gift, I've said, you could give free ebook, free content calendar, free ChatGPT prompt, and you will begin to make money. Now, the secret to scaling to 6-figure is delegating. Bro, you cannot do all this yourself. You cannot send DM, you cannot create content, you cannot run the ads, you can't do all these things yourself. You have to delegate it. At the point, I knew that, oh, I have to focus on client acquisition. I need media buyers. I need people that can do this thing, that would help me do it effectively while I monitor them, right? And I need people to help me run the accounting. I need people to do this and do that. So for you to scale, you need to delegate these things to so many people. I need a video editor because I can't edit videos at the end of the day. But there was a point where I was doing all this myself, which most of them I'm still doing myself, but I am also delegating at the right time. So for you to really scale, you have to delegate. But at the beginner, you're just getting started as a social media manager. This is all you need. You don't need to delegate anything. You need to focus on learning and building. Why do you need to do it yourself first? It's because you need to know the mistakes those media buyers will make. And for you to know those mistakes, you must have done them before, right? So you need an overview. You might not be an expert in it, but you need an overview. Oh, this is how it is. This is how a thumbnail should look that will catch. This is a video script that will be the best for us. So that is what you need. So I'm going to give a bonus module that would help you. I'm going to put this down, a 30-day step-by-step plan for you to land the first high-ticket client, real-life case study, advancing price strategy. How can I price? You need to think about yourself, think about what you're offering, and the time constraint. Now, personal productivity hack, I'm going to also include them in this so that you can have them. Lastly, if you really love content like this, you really love content and putting out content on self-development, productivity, how you can scale your social media brand, scale your social media presence, how you can just make money online, I've decided to put together a free workbook for this course. So this course that's basically free. There's also a free workbook for every module. There are 2 assignments that would help you. Guys, if you can just do these assignments, it will completely change your life. Just do the 2 things that I say at the end of every module. I've written down the assignments here, so you have the document, you can begin to run with it. So that's that about you becoming a social media manager. From module 1 to module 7, it's compact, it's easy, and it's something you can do. Hit the subscribe button if you like this kind of video, you want to become a social media manager, or you love to make money online, and you're just getting started. The reason I'm making this is because I learned all these things myself, from contract, from invoice. I learned everything myself after so many failed experiences. So I've decided to say, I want to give this thing out. I want to provide free value, and that is why I am making this video. So I want you to hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on your bell notifications so you get new videos every Wednesday and Friday when I upload. My name is Gibbs Matthias, and like always, when it rains, it definitely pours. All you have to do is to get started. Peace.